that. In Bangkok. Back in Bangkok. Only for a week. Nice Buddhist temple there. See if I can get a better shot of it. On a bit of a stopover here in Bangkok. There's always something going on. There's the temple right there. We'll have a quick look. This is about as far as we'll go. The temple, when the kings, King Ramas, and there was I think 10 of them, when they were doing their monkhood, 3 of them did it in this very temple. It's King Rama's the 6th, the 7th and the 9th. All resided right here. For how long I don't know. Let's go and see something else. A little bit more history. It's very grand, as with all or most Buddhist temples. Very grand indeed. Shuttered windows. This here is a pretty grand old house. This is the side or the back view of it, and pretty big building. And one of the many canals. There's some pretty big fish in there. See them? Wow, they're huge, huge fish. See if I can get closer. I'll get down on that little jetty there. What a charming little spot. Little shrine just up there. But let's have a look at these fish. Get that one? Well, they're massive. They are very big fish. And there's lots of them. Wonder what sort they are. They don't look like koi. There's no colour. Very nice little shrine there. Steps leading down to the canal. There are fish literally popping up everywhere, all along here. But maybe they're not going to cooperate with me. Plenty of small fish too. Thousands of them. Oh, and here comes a water monitor. And he's a big one. He is a very big one. This water monitor here would be very close to 2 meters long. It's a big boy. Maybe even more. Maybe bigger than 2 meters. Wonder if he's out hunting for fish. You see the water boiling away where the fish come up to feed on the surface. So to have this many fish here, this must be a, regardless of its looks, it must be fairly clean or relatively unpolluted, I would say. Very ornate. This, right here, that pretty plain looking brick wall there, is one of the last remaining pieces of the ancient city wall of Bangkok, or in this area of Bangkok. Wow, and it leads to this. Straight over the road from the monastery, and that is a big monastery, that's huge. It takes up a whole block. Yeah, so that city wall dates back to as far back as the 1750s, I think it was. It's been there a while, and there's not many pieces of it left. There is another piece. So that's a cross section of it there. But yeah, it was pretty wide. I believe below the ground level there is mostly rubble and mortar. There's another section of that inside the university, which I can't remember the name of it. What's near? Alright, see what else we can find. Here in Bangkok. We're not far from Khao San Road. Maybe we'll go for a walk. Walk along Khao San Road. Wow, look at this. That's been there a while. All those little shops just selling pretty much everything. A lot of them are shut at the moment. I'm not sure if that's normal for Bangkok. In this area, or in the smaller streets, the back streets where the shops open a bit later, or maybe they're just closed down for good. So the seals up there telling you that they're authorised by the government or the authorities to sell whatever it is they're selling. You don't see too many of those around. That there is the Democracy Monument. So in 1932, the Siamese, people of Siam, I guess they're called Siamese people, were, as Thailand was known back then, they held a coup in 1932, which led to that being erected in, foundations were laid in about 1939, and I think it was finished in 1940. And there's a monument there to King Rama X, the current monarchist here in Thailand, but current king actually. The coup that happened in 1932 was to pressure the government in control at that time to implement a constitutional monarchy, which as far as I can tell means that the constitution was rewritten to make sure that the government changed every predetermined number of years, I gather. I don't know what that is. They're commonly around 3 to 4 years. I'm not sure. But this road here, which I can't pronounce and I'm not going to, is supposedly getting redeveloped. There's building work going on that corner, and behind the monument there's building work going on there to make this street a place of pride for the Thai people. Well, it's a nice wide street, I'll give you that much. Nice wide footpaths, very clean, well kept, and nice trees for the shade. Hello. That was Khao San Road, but I'm not going down today. I'm going to walk up this way and go down a quieter street. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about King Rama X. Not too much, mind you. I'll explain in a minute. This is the road next to Khao San Road. It's a lot quieter. Hello, thank you. It's a lot quieter. Although Khao San Road wouldn't have been that busy right now because it's only about 4:30 in the afternoon, so things don't kick off there until later on in the evening, and then it gets very busy indeed. And I wouldn't have been able to record there anyway because even though they're playing music on this street, Khao San Road, there's music everywhere, coming out of every establishment, it seems. A lot of restaurants and a lot of souvenir shops. So King Rama X. I've got to be a little bit careful with what I say because I'm still in the country and I would like to leave. I did hear about a journalist who said the wrong thing against... hello. Do you have...
Scorpion rock.
Ah, scorpion. Yeah. Ah, very good. Scorpions and crickets. A journalist who criticised King Rama in a newspaper article and got 3 years in jail for his trouble. Even though, you know, probably not too many people are going to watch my little channel, but I'm not going to take the risk.
Hello, boss.
Well, I'm still in. Hello. Hello. Thank you.
Hello, boss.
No. People touting. I want you to go for a tuk-tuk ride or whatever. Sell you some goods. King Rama. Finally got away from the music. No. So difficult. Where do I want to go? I think I'll walk this way. Hello. So he's not here. Anyway, his minions would be here, the ones that would throw me in jail if I said inappropriate things. But he himself is not here and hasn't been for quite some time. Why? Because he lives in Bavaria, up in the down in the south of Germany. I think that's where it is. I've never been there, but that's where he is. And he doesn't come back here very often. think he was back in the country a little while ago, not sure when, to open up the Asian Games. But other than that, he spends all his time in well, there's a couple of different reports. One's that one that my friend Mark told me actually, which I'm going to go with that one. He rents an entire hotel out for himself and his entourage in Bavaria. So I'll go with that. He's quite an accomplished guy. Had his, well, apparently when you're a king of Thailand, you have to spend a certain amount of time. You've got to do your spell in a monastery, and he did that. But it only goes for 15 days. So a little 2-week holiday in a monastery, and then you're set to go. But he also did his military career so I believe he finished off his education at a military school, probably Duntroon in Canberra, Australia, where I'm guessing that's where. Well, that's an officers, a school for officers of the armed forces. So he also, somewhere along the line, became a qualified pilot to fly a F-16 jet, which is a pretty good jet, I believe, and a Boeing 737. So he might even have, actually he does have one of them, because when he was in Germany, the German authorities came and pounced on his jet and confiscated it, because they confiscated his jet because a company consortium, I think, that was building the train line, I think it was out to Don Muang Airport, they collapsed and owed a German construction company 20 million, I guess, euros. So yeah, the German government confiscated his jet. But it's probably not really that much of a problem for him, because he, King Rama X, is the wealthiest king, monarchist, wealthiest monarchist in the world. $70 billion. Might even be euros. A lot of money. And yes, so he wouldn't have any problems buying another plane. I think he could buy quite a few of them. So this street's just full of restaurants, just pumping out music. And I've eaten at quite a few places along here in the past. They're pretty good. Nearly back to my hotel. Going past one that I've stayed at before, which has a swimming pool, which I would dearly like right now, because my new one doesn't. But that was it, right there. So that, oh yes, more on King Rama. Peculiar fellow, let's just put it that way. I think I can say that. He made his dog, he had a little poodle, maybe a poodle cross type thing, I'm not sure. Maybe a Shih Tzu, don't know. And he made it the Air Marshal, the Grand Air Marshal of the Air Force. Had a little uniform made up for the dog and everything. Hilarious. Yeah, strange fellow. There's more on him, but I'm not here to criticise. I'm just here to give a bit of information. That's my old hotel there. The pool's just behind that fence. My new one is just around this corner. I'm going to go right now, take these sneakers off and have a beer in the, well, I don't have a beer garden, but have a beer out the front. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.